Hello, I'm Benny Mathew from Mirka Middle East, and it's my pleasure to introduce the PROS range of sanders. As you all know, sanding can be boring, unforgiving, and sometimes tedious. It doesn't have to be. Thanks to the professional random orbital sanders from Mirka, you can make sanding very easy and engaging. Herewith, I'd like to introduce you to the Mirka PROS range of sanders. It's a very ergonomically designed sander with the operator in mind. Whether you're a right-hander or a left-hander, it sits comfortably in your hands. And the fact that the trigger is right on the top helps handling and easy adjustment. Now we have the PROS in two different pad sizes. We have the 5-inch or 125 mm diameter and the 6-inch, which is a standard one, or 150 mm diameter. Depending on the usage, you can choose either one of it. But most often people prefer the 6-inch diameter because it's more of a universal pad size. The Mirka PROS comes in different orbit sizes. As you can see, I've got a 5 mm orbit and an 8 mm orbit. We do have a 2.5 mm orbit. Now the choice of the orbit would depend on the application, on how aggressive the sanding application has to be. If it is a lot of material to be removed, very aggressive sanding, then you choose 8 mm orbit. If you want to have intermediate sanding, also even into fine sanding, you can use 5 mm orbit. In fact, 5 mm is also considered a universal orbit size. That means you can use it from paint removal through intermediate sanding and final sanding, even to finishing, that is paintwork defects rectification. The 2.5 mm sander, which I don't have it right now, is more or less used for paintwork defect rectification or even some very fine sanding. The PROS is a nice and comfortable tool, sits easily in your hands, and also it's loaded with a lot of great benefits. It's a very safe tool designed with the operator in mind. For starters, we've got this locking mechanism to help the operator connect to the air inlet safely. Usually there is a chance of accidentally pulling or pushing the trigger down, thereby letting the pad spin and probably have any injury to the operator's finger. Now with this kind of a mechanism, you don't have that situation, so the operator is always safe while engaging or disengaging the pneumatic line. The PROS is very lightweight, hardly 900 grams, delivers about 75 decibels, very low in noise and very low on vibration. It also comes with a speed breaker. That means it doesn't allow the pad to freely spin when the air connection is disengaged. There's a rubber piece that acts as a speed breaker, so the pad comes to an abrupt stop when the power is switched off. The speed of the tool is adjusted with this lever here, the red one. It varies between 4,000 to 12,000 RPM. Ideally, you can set it at 7,000 for most of the operations. Now, these are the accessories that comes inside a PROS box. You have the manual in different languages, including English and Arabic. You've got a set of screws with an Allen key. This is to balance the tool when it is out of balance. You've got an extensioner that is also required to extend the air inlet so that you can safely connect it to an external pneumatic power source. A pad saver, I will come back to the pad saver. Hydraulic oil in a small bottle and a wrench. Now, pneumatic tools are generally trouble-free, not much of maintenance and very simple and easy to maintain. One of the most important things using a pneumatic tool is to ensure that it is lubricated adequately. Though we recommend the tool to be lubricated every day, even if you do it once every 2 days or once every 3 days is just fine. Now, like I said, we've supplied a small bottle of pneumatic oil, hydraulic oil, that is to be used for lubricating the tool by bringing it and just dropping 1 drop. Remember, just 1 drop is enough. Once you have inserted the oil, you need to ensure that the tool is set to the lowest RPM, 4000, and then push the trigger slowly at half so that the tool is running in a very gentle way, ensuring the oil that is inserted is lubricating the motor, the rotor and vanes. Now there is one thing about the oiling part. Make sure it is only a drop of oil that is employed, but at the same time, when you are done with the oiling, you need to run the machine at half speed. But before that, set the RPM to the lowest, to 4000. Set it at half speed. That means not the full throttle, half speed, so that the pad is running very gently without very strong motions. The result is that the oil that is inserted is circulating within the motor, the rotor and vanes, and the tool is good to go. In case you are actually pushing the trigger hard or setting the RPM higher, the oil that is inserted is not going to be of use. It will just get thrown out into the muffler kit. Now, this is a muffler kit, and this is actually to reduce the noise levels. There is a small sponge here which can get damaged with the excessive oil, and once it's damaged, you have to replace it, failing which the machine produces uneven and very large noise levels. Let's show you the backup pad of the machine. As you can see, it's got multiple holes. This is adequate to be used with Mirka Abranet or any kind of abrasive. We also supply with each box a pad saver. Now the pad saver is a very interesting product that will prolong the useful life of the backup pad. It's important to align the backup pad with the pad saver. You can see the set of holes. Put it in a straight line so that you're not blocking any of the holes, and the machine is capable of extracting all the dust at source. Let's show you how to remove the backup pad. It's quite simple, one-man operation. You just there is a pad wrench that is supplied with each machine. You just have to hold it between a space between the speed breaker and the backing pad, and then just gently remove the pad so that it just comes off. Now it's very important to use the right backing pad for the tool. Here we recommend a 130 gram backing pad. Now people actually tend to use just about any backing pad for the tool. The challenge is it is going to overburden the spindle bearing, and it is going to have excessive wear and tear, and also the balance of the tool will shift. That means it will get spoiled. Now please remember, if you are using a non-genuine or non-recommended backing pad with the machine, you have a chance of spoiling the bearing, and usage of a non-specified product will void the warranty of the tool. Now let me show you, there's a bit of screws with an Allen key here, and this is meant for adjusting the balance of the tool in case it is required to be used with an interface pad, which is a 5 mm or a 10 mm or interface pad. We provide a couple of screws with the Allen key. You can actually insert the screws in here if you feel there is a bit more balance to be achieved. Now this is a speed breaker, a rubber piece that actually wears out with use. So it's important you replace this speed breaker in time so that you get the benefit of the speed braking. It's quite simple to replace the packing pad. You just hold it in place and gently Mirka power tools come with a 12 months manufacturer's warranty. But in order to avail the warranty, you need to register the tool within 30 days from purchase. This can be done by yourself or your distributor. Each tool comes with a unique serial number which has to be registered online. Also, take good care of your tool. It is important that you take care of the tool and doesn't use it for any other purpose than it is intended for. For Mirka doesn't cover any warranty that is due to improper or abuse, as well as subjects that are for excessive wear and tear. Thank you for listening to me. I hope it was interesting to you. Now, we have further details about our products and solutions at mirka.com, where you find the link down here.